Well, let's take a look ahead at the Patriots. We'll take a little look back at their Week 3 effort. Timmy, you were up there at the game.
Mm-hmm.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I was watching some other games. Uh, my kind of end conclusion was that it was kind of a classic Patriots game that you might have seen in the 2003 or 2004 season, where they controlled the ball, they played good defense, they did the little things. It wasn't really dominant. I think people forget that before 2007, they didn't win games going away. They didn't win,
Yeah.
45-10 every week. It was a lot of games like this. And 26-10 probably wasn't a great reflection of how close the game was. It could have gone, either way. But what did you get out of it? Where were your?
I mean, I like the fact that they didn't do the same things that they had been. I mean, 53 passes for Brady in the first game, 47 in the second game. Obviously, playing behind, that's going to happen, and they didn't have to get into that situation this time around. But they did mix in the run a lot more, and they did it early. They came out looking to establish the run, which, as we discussed last week, Atlanta was the team to do that against. And the fact that they wanted to show that, they wanted to bring that into it, instead of just, hey, let's wait and see, let's try these passes, see what happens. I mean, everybody was calling out, Bill O'Brien, saying this is the problem here, and I think we saw that the offensive play calling is not a problem. They've got plenty in the bag of tricks, and it's just a matter of getting everybody on the same page. If Joey Galloway caught 2 of those passes, one in the end zone and one just outside the end zone, it would have been a much different game.
Yeah, Joey Galloway has been, man, he's just been. I wasn't really. I don't know if I was necessarily expecting a lot from him. I wasn't expecting him to be a dominant number 3 receiver, but it looks like they've taken a big step back from Gaffney to Galloway, because Gaffney was he wasn't a flashy guy, but he got the job done. He made good. I mean, he had his high profile drops, but I think they would take Gaffney back in that role in a heartbeat.
Also, people forget who the I guess you could say the number 3 receiver in my eyes that season was Dante Stallworth, who is
that's true.
Somebody who is far superior to Jabbar Gaffney, and and I think now with Galloway,
I don't know if he's far superior to Gaffney, but he's got more.
He definitely has more speed, and that's Galloway's thing. Galloway still has that speed. If you watch him, he's there. He's there where the ball is going to be. He's just not bringing it home, and I think that's kind of maybe. I don't want to say a mental thing on his end, but it just seems like a lot of bobbled catches and a lot of catches that he, just kind of makes the wrong move toward.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
But Brady said he's not worried about it. He said, Brady said it seems like everything's working, everything's clicking, and
right. I mean, he's a proven NFL receiver. He still has the physical skills, so you assume that's going to come together. What was the mood like after the game? I mean, just kind of
it seemed like a sense of relief. Not a real celebratory feeling. I mean, I think
it's
they
week 3.
Yeah, and I think they kind of realized that after the way that they played in week 2, just to play better was enough for them. And everybody talked about how much work there still was to do, but there's a lot of talk of confidence.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think they might have been down after that loss to the Jets. And the fact they talked about it, bringing that confidence back, confidence in the running game by getting it going, confidence in the coaching staff in the offense for allowing them to go for it on some fourth downs, confidence in the defense because they were able to hold them to 10 points and they were able to basically eliminate Michael Turner and keep Tony Gonzalez to 1 catch.
Yeah, they did. They really shut him down. I was a little surprised by that. I was the only person who in the paper picked the Falcons. Of course, we do it against the spread, and I thought the Pats would probably win the game, but I was a little surprised it was as. I thought that in an impartial look at it, that Atlanta should have been within a couple points of them, and I think in another situation, I think they were fairly close, but the Patriots definitely had the better game plan. They had the better talent, so.
There was one point in the second quarter where I actually looked down at the inactives list to see if maybe I had missed Tony Gonzalez, because like I see him on the field, but I just don't see him, factoring in. I think they only threw 5 balls his way the whole game. So
well, that's probably maybe they throw a few more, but you don't expect him to be.
I think they realized too. I think the Falcons and Mike Smith were smart enough to realize that's the guy that the Patriots are going to try to take away.
Yeah.
Because they always do try to get that one guy that they can shut down and worry about, being with the rest. It looked like Jenkins was going to be the guy to do it too.
Yep.
Roddy White had a quiet game, so.
Roddy White's been quiet.
Yeah, it was definitely not the Falcons team that you'll see should they end up meeting again later in the season.
Like in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, because they were talking about that after the game.
The Super Bowl?
Some of the Falcons were saying, boy, I hope we get another chance to see them in the playoffs. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you see them in the playoffs, there's only one possible scenario for that. So you're calling yourselves a potential Super Bowl team.
Well, hey, you got to think that. I'm sure the Lions and think they're the
Lions do not think that.
I think
I'm
they
going to
do.
go out on a limb and say
No. I guarantee you that
the Lions are happy
guys,
to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.